your Chief Fun Officer and host of Golden Heart Girls After Hour podcast. I am so excited that you're here with me today. Today is episode 6, and I have been waiting for this episode since I started the podcast. So the title of this podcast is Wrap It Before Tap It. Because girls, do you know we are the highest incidence of STDs in the age group? Who knew? We're out there having a lot of fun, but evidently we're not protecting ourselves. So, STDs, socially, it's just not taking care of your body and got to have treatment for something that you can so that you can prevent. So I know Charlie or Lucas or John, George, I know they're all looking good to you, girl. And I know you are in that stage where you are either at the end of menopause, finished menopause, have no idea what happened in menopause, and you're trying to get your sexy back. Let me tell you, it's not a good look when you're over here going to the counter at the drugstore, pharmacy, whatever you call it, asking for antibiotics because you got an STD. Okay? So, girl, we are in the generation where we were told it wasn't ladylike to bring your condoms to the party. But if he's not going to bring his condoms to the party and you still want to party, then you need to go get you some. Now, you can go to the drugstore or the pharmacy to get you some. But if you feel that that's an added expense, the health department has them for free. So there's no excuse. Now, I know in our heads we're saying, well, we passed this stage where we can get pregnant. But we forgot about the stage of having a sexually transmitted disease. And plus, just because he look clean don't mean he clean. You need to kind of check him out and see how many other people grinning when he walk in the room. I'm just saying. Okay, so I think we have covered this topic enough. We still can talk about it some more. But what we need to talk about is the economic impact. But before we do, let's go to break. If you're loving what you're hearing and you want to be a sponsor for the Golden Heart Girls After Hour podcast, I invite you to reach out to me at contact@marvisfun.com. That's contact@marvisfun.com. And we can talk about how you can be a sponsor to help my Golden Heart girls be their fabulous, fierce, and limitless selves. Okay, so if you've been following me, listening to my other episodes, then you know this is the time when we talk about pocket change. And this is just some low to no cost coping strategies for you to get through your life and be your fabulous self. So now we've been talking about STDs. So let's talk about, I said it previously, but let's go back and recap. It's free to be free. If you decide you want to have that party with Uncle Charlie, George, John, Lucas, Peter, whatever, you need to bring your condoms to the party. If you don't want to spend the money on it, go to the health department and they give them to you for free. If you want to big girl enough to have the party, then you need to be big girl enough to walk through the door. Then let me tell you, that there's always a story. So let me tell you about my experience. I was over there. No, I wanted to go to the party. And I had to go and get the condoms. Well, girls, let me tell you, there's a certain amount of modesty that I have. And that was at my breaking point. So I talked one of my friends into going to the drugstore with me. That was a big mistake. Because she was over there laughing while I was over here mortified over the series of things that happened in that pharmacy. So first of all, I decided I am not going to my normal drugstore. I'm going to one across the city that nobody knows me. Because once again, I have that modesty about me. I was taught this stuff. Before STDs became such a problem. And it was supposed to be unladylike. But I was over there thinking about being unladylike. And I'm going on a trip. So, kind of like I need to be prepared. I'm a Girl Scout. Need to be prepared. So let's go with that. We walk through the pharmacy and we cannot find the condoms or the lubricant gel or anything associated with it. We walk back and forth through all of the aisles looking for the stuff. And my friend says, we need to ask somebody. Why do we need to ask somebody? I was said. She was like, well, we can't keep walking around. So, but that particular drugstore had the condoms and the lubricant gel under family planning. What in the world? So we found them. So then my friend, she goes into, well, what sizes are you gonna need? I was like, what? What do you mean? What size? I don't know. If I already knew, I should already have the condoms. I was kind of like, you putting the egg before the chicken before the egg. I don't know. So she said, well, and then they have different varieties. What? What do you mean? Rib skin, thin skin, some. Some was spermicide in it, some lubricant, some. I was over there like, I can't believe this is happening to me. I'm trying to take responsibility. And then this is what happens. So I was just like, just pick some. Just I don't care what you pick. And, come to find out, I'm in my mind thinking, well, hell, they should be bringing his to the party anyway. But once again, I'm a Girl Scout. You got to be prepared. So we found the pick some. She was like, well, do you want the 10 in the box, 8 in the box, 6? I don't stop it. We need to get done with this process here. I'm not feeling the love here. So we go back to the back because I'm like, I'm not paying for them up at the front cash register. I'm going back into the pharmacy. Okay, I didn't have cash and I had to use my card. The card did not work the first time. I was like, I know I had turned purple by now. I'm so embarrassed. So the people back in the pharmacy, they don't know me, but they were getting a kick out of this performance. So I tried the card again. Card was over there still, something, whatever it said. Finally, I said out loud, in the name of Jesus, swipe, and it worked. The people, they were back there trying not to laugh. My friend is over there on the floor rolling because she had never seen me stressed out or embarrassed about anything. But this was the time. This was it for me. So, I'm telling you, They have them in everything that you can imagine. So there's no excuse for you not to bring your own supplies to the party. All right, so having that talk, we're talking about feeding the mind, and let's just have that frank conversation. Girls, you got to put that modesty in that not being aware to the side. You got to have a conversation. If you decide you're gonna have sex, you need to be able to have a talk with your sexual partner. You all need to make a decision on, are you going to the health department or your doctor's office or however you get tested to make sure that you're clean. Both of you are. If the person refuses to do it, why are you having sex with them? This is something that is protecting both of you all. You need to be able to ask, are you sexually active with someone else? Because even though they tell you yes or no, maybe so or whatever, you still need to protect yourself, because you don't know if Uncle Charlie, George, Lucas, Bob, whoever, telling you the truth or not. Because once again, y'all are in the beginning of the relationship. If you're not feeling comfortable having that conversation, once again, why are you over here entertaining, participating in sex? We got to get past, we got to put on our big girl's panties and be able to protect ourselves so that we can enjoy life and we can enjoy them and be at the party. So, the third thing is feeding your soul. And one of the things that I want to talk about is my no means no. If you get in that situation and there's something about it that makes you feel uncomfortable, then you should say no. And your no should mean no. If that person doesn't understand it, that person is not for you. And if that person is not for you, then why are you trying to hang and be with that person? It makes no sense to me. So let's recap and talk about this episode of Wrap It Before Tap It, and the reason why you need to do it. Because you deserve the best quality of life that you can have. And walking around with an STD is not one of the best qualities. It can be remedied, but it also could be you being prepared and bringing your own condoms to the party. Once again, girls, think about it. Although you're bringing the condoms to the party, if he doesn't bring the condoms to the party, should he be part of your party goers? Should he be allowed on this bus? Think about this. Because once again, it is up to you to be your fabulous self and to take good care of your body. So we talked about the pocket change. And we talked about, if you don't want to go to the pharmacy and experience things that I did, that you can go to the health department and they will give you some free condoms. And walk around and make sure you have them with you. They're small enough to fit into your little clutch. Because once again, you pass that stage where you want to be getting your freak on. And so if you're going to get your freak on, be protected. Bring your own supplies to the party. Be able to talk to the person and ask them, are they prepared to go and get tested so that you can make sure that they don't have STDs. Share your resources with one another, but also think about when is the last time that test was done, and whether or not this person has more than multiple partners. Now, if you enter a person who has multiple partners, go for it. But if you are the person that you are one man woman, then if they can't give you a concrete answer, then you need to take an opportunity to say whether or not that's something you really want to do or not. Do you really want to share the man with someone else? So, and then you can get in the middle of this whole party situation and understand that your no means no. So if you don't feel comfortable when you get into that part of the relationship, no is a complete sentence. And if your mind is telling you that you need to stop and think about this, or you get in the middle of it and, worst case scenario, he call you by the wrong name, you can stop that stuff. It's up to you to protect your body. They're not relying on someone else to do it. So, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Golden Hot Girls After Hours podcast. I told you I couldn't wait to have this conversation. Wrap it before tap it. And what I will hope that you will do is that you will stay connected with me. If you want to know where I'm at and what I'm doing, then reach out to me at www.marvisfun.com. That's www.marvisfun.com. And let's have that discussion about what was your experience like when you decided sexual transmitted disease did not belong in your resume. I look forward to seeing you for the next episode of Golden Hot Girls After Hours podcast. I am Marvis, your host, and I hope you have enjoyed this, and I look forward to you joining me for future ones. And if you didn't get a chance, you can go back and look at my other podcast episodes on everything that I will have them on, which should be the www.marvisfun.com. And I look forward to seeing you next time.